When we're thinking about lighting a space, we need to get materials on. We also need light to make our materials look good. So we need both to really get the rendering working properly. What I'll start with are my materials. I'll begin with my solid color paints, getting my different sheens established, and then work into more complex materials. I'll pull up my Hypershade to begin, choosing Window, Rendering Editors, and Hypershade. Right now, we can see I've got temporary working materials. These have a prefix of temp in them, so I know if I see that in the material attributes or on an object, I need to replace it with my Mental Ray materials. What I'll be using under Mental Ray and Materials is my MIA Material X Passes. I'll open up my Hypershade a little bit and slide this size slider up. This way, I can see the thumbnails a little bit bigger. I'll use the MIA Material X Passes in my scenes for, well, everything except skin and car paint, really. What this does is it gives us the possibility of a smooth surface with a tight highlight if we need, metalness as an option, and the ability to spread the light on the surface with a Lambertian roughness. Additionally, this material can accommodate a normal map and a procedural bump such as a round corner shader, and it'll do self-illumination if we need, making objects look like they're giving off light. I'll start out then by making an MIA Material X Passes, and the X Passes refers to the composite render passes available. Once I've created this down in the work area, I'll name it. I'm going to begin by creating my flat wall paint. For this office, we'll see white walls, jet black baseboards, polished terrazzo floor, and smooth white stone on the stairs. We'll also see satin metal accents in here. And I'll need also a deep charcoal paint for the solid color doors. I'll press Ctrl A to pull up the attribute editor and slide it over off to the side. When you're making material, the first thing to do is to name it. I'll call this Paint White ES, and ES stands for eggshell. What I'll do when I'm naming my materials is put in a tag at the front that tells me what kind of material it is. And this also will group alphabetically so that all my paints, for example, will start with paint. Sometimes, what I'll also do if I'm working from a manufacturer's fan deck of colors is I'll put in a two-letter designation for that manufacturer. So for example, I might have SW, Sherwin-Williams, or BM for Benjamin Moore, or PL for Pratt & Lambert, and so on. I can make a library